Hello everyone. Today is the fourth video of my How to Play Chess for Beginners series, and it is about how to notate chess moves. It's actually the first part of the fourth video. The second part will be about how to annotate chess moves. So this is about how to notate chess moves. So let's just get started. So now this I've just put up a blank board right now, just like a blank board. And now first things first, what square, so you need to see which square is happening. So you see how the square, now you see these little letters down here, A B C D E F G H. These are called the files. So this is the A file, B file, C file, and so on. And the numbers, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, these are the ranks. So the numbers are the ranks. It's like first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, and so on. Now, okay, I'll show you from black's perspective once how the board should be placed. So both sides should have a light square in the bottom right corner. This is for black, and if I flip it, then this is for white. So from black, what happens is, from left to right, the files go from H to A. So right to left, A to H. And from bottom to top, the ranks go 8 to 1. So they go down. It's like 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now if you're on the white side, then the files go from A on the left side to H on the right side, and from bottom to top, the numbers get bigger. So 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that's, and so to tell what this to notate a square, you have to combine the file with the rank. The file will always go first. So I wanted to say what this square is. So go down here. So A, B, C, D. This is a D. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is on the 6th rank. So this is B6. Let's say I want to know what this square is now. So A, B, C, D, E. This is on the E file, and 1, 2, 3. This is on the 3rd rank. So E3. And it goes like that. So now let's go to the starting position. And how do you notate moves? So that is the question. So for pawn moves, you just write the square which the pawn lands on. For pawn moves, you just say the square which the pawn lands on. So suppose I wanted to say what this move is. So it landed on A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So it is C4. For pawns, you just can say like that. Now let's say something like E5. Then for knights, you give a capital N. You give a capital N and then the square which the knight lands on. So suppose this knight wanted to go here, so it will be capital N. You'll know why it isn't a K, and it's an N. So, and it went to A, B, C. So it's on the 3rd file. And 1, 2, 3. So it's on the 3rd rank. So it's C3. Now knight to C6. And now let's say let's say like G3 and F5. Now for a bishop's move, you write a capital B, so a capital B, and then the square which the bishop lands on. So like if this bishop went here, so it would be capital B, and then it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and 1, 2. So it's G2, bishop G2. Now let's say bishop E. Oh, what? King move. Yes. So like let's say bishop E7. Okay, now let's do for the queen. So if the queen moves, let's say it moved here. So you write a capital Q and then the square which the queen lands on. So capital Q and A, B, C, C and 1, 2. So queen C2. Then let's say knight goes to F6 and D3, let's say. And now, so like for the piece move, okay, and I'll just tell you how the rook, you can, okay, I'll just say, for the rook, you say a capital R and then the square which the rook lands on. So suppose this rook went here, you would write a capital R and then A, B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 8. So it's B8, rook to B8. But this is so like, now I've told you about all the pieces, but what about castling? When castling is done, it is notated as, so if it's king side castling, then it will be called 0-0 because there were two pieces in between which got cleared out between the rook and the king. So 0-0. Now let's say bishop d2 and rook e8. And now for long castles, it is 0-0-0 because there are three pieces which got cleared out between the rook and the king. So long castles is written as 0-0-0. Now that's for the moves. Now for the special moves, which are, by special moves I mean like captures and checks and checkmates and promotions and that sort of thing, and then pass and like that. Now suppose let's say f4. Now for, I'm going to tell you for en passant now. So something like e4. Now black can take en passant, and if he does, then so it's the same as capturing, which I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, so this is about the normal pieces. Now let's look at captures. I'll go here. So now a capture is written as, basically it's the same thing as the normal. Okay, how do I explain this? You write where the piece lands only. Only you put a cross sign between the piece symbol. So, I just remembered, I haven't told you about what if kings move. So I'll just do like this. For kings, you write capital K and then the square which the king lands on. So this king went here, E2. Okay. So now for captures, all you do is you put the capture sign in between the square which the piece lands on and the square and the letter of the piece. I'm going to say the letter of the piece. Letter as in capital Q, capital N, B, R, K, like that. if a pawn and so now let's say just something like this, like that. Yeah. So now if something like this happens, then for a pawn's capture, you write the file which the pawn was on, the file before the capture, then the capture sign, and then the square which it lands on. So like this pawn is in the D file currently. So if it took this pawn, you would have D because it's on the D file, then the cross symbol, and then E5 because this is E5. Okay, so that's about captures. Now what about checks? So checks are like at after the whole move, you put a plus sign at the end. So like if this is captured, then it will be queen cross d7 checks. So queen cross d7 plus. Okay. And what for checkmate? It's almost the same as check. Only thing is that instead of a plus sign, you put a hashtag like to, 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 to. So like if this queen captures here, it's a checkmate. So it will be written as queen cross f7 checkmate. Okay, I won't say this because that will get a bit confusing. I'll just show like a fool's mate. So like checkmate is written with a hashtag at the end. So that is about checkmate. Okay, one thing I forgot to like prepare is what about promotions? So I will just like prepare that one. Please bear with me. We'll see. Okay. Yeah. So for pawn promotions, you write the square which the promotion occurs at. So like if this were to happen to a queen, so the promotion happened at h8, then equal sign, and then the letter of the piece that the promotion was done to. So in this case it will be written h8 because this is h8, h8, then equals and capital Q, and suppose knight is made, then h8 equals capital N. If a bishop is made, h8 equals capital B, and if a rook is made, h8 equals capital rook. Okay. Yeah. Now something funny happens when two pieces can go to the same square. So if two pieces can go to the same square at the same time, but only you want only one of the pieces to go, then it gets a little interesting. So let's say that this knight wants to go to e2. Now you can write it as knight e2, but then it would be confusing which knight went to e2, this knight or this knight, because both of them can go to e2. So what you write for this is, you see that now if you see, then this knight is on the G file and this knight is on the C file. So in this knight, when it goes to E2, it will be called knight G E2 because it is on the G file and the only other knight which can reach this square is not on the G file. If this knight wanted to go, then it would be called knight C E2 because this knight is on the C file. Okay. Now suppose this rook wanted to go to A4. Now can you write it as rook A4? No, because both of these rooks can go to A4. Can you write it as rook A4? No, because both of these rooks are on the A file. So rook A4 wouldn't help. But when the file doesn't help, you write the rank. So rook 1 A4, because there is no other rook on the first rank, this rook is on the 5th rank. So this will be called rook 1 A4. Okay. And if this rook wanted to go, then it would be rook 5 A4. Okay. Now, what about if 3 pieces wanted to go to if one piece wanted to go to the same square, but 3 of the same pieces also can go to that square. So this F3 square, white wants to play, suppose, this queen to F3. Now, can you say it as queen F3? No, you can't, because both of these queens can also go to F3, not just this one. Can you say it as queen D F3? No, you can't, because there's a queen on the D file that can also go to F3. Can you call it as queen 5 F3? No, because there are two queens on the F file, sorry, the 5th rank, which can go to F3. I got a bit confused. So what should you call it? You call it queen D5 F3. It sounds like very big, but that's the correct way to say it. Because there is only one queen on D5, so you combine both of these, and there is only one queen on D5 which can go to F3. So it would be written as queen D5 F3. I think I've covered everything about notating moves. Yeah, one more thing. So before writing, that's how to write the move. And before writing the move, you have to write the move number. So if it's the first move, then 1 dot, and so on. If the second move, then 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, it goes on. I guess that's all about notating moves. In the second part of this video, I'm going to tell you about how to annotate moves, not just notate them. So I'll just do a quick recap if I've done everything. Pawn moves, queen moves, captures, checks, checkmates. Yeah, I think I've done everything. Okay, so I'll see you in the second part of this video about how to annotate moves. And till then, bye.